Hey, hey. Getting used to new stuff. Just going to mess up some buttons right away. Why not, right? Why not? I have the video in front of me too, just in case you have questions. And of course it's turned up. Why wouldn't I? All right. So today we are doing just a Q&A. So I get a lot of messages from a lot of people every day. And I'm just giving you a platform right now to actually go through some of these questions that you have. So feel free to go ahead and post them. I should see them over here on my screen. If not, I will see them somewheres. Okay. So first things first, if you are watching this on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe and that you also hit the bell so you get notified whenever new videos come on, which is going to be every single day. For the most part. All right, so let me go ahead and get rid of that. Now, feel free to go ahead and ask your questions. I'm going to answer some just frequently asked questions here in just a second. Let me bring up a video in one of the groups here. And let's see. All right, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you, Nadine. Let's see, Sherry, I need one more person to get the backpack. We're doing some Young Living questions here. So one more person to get the backpack. Well, have you had any conversations? How many conversations are you having? You know, like of the people that you talk to, have you circled back around to let them know any extra benefits that there would be like a sense of urgency, right? Like any extra benefits to getting in right now. Is there any benefit you can add to getting in right now? Because remember, while Young Living is the company that you know, the products are sold from, it's our business, right? So what are you adding? What are you adding? What's something that they're going to be able to get from you that they're not going to be able to get from anybody else? So it's all of that normal stuff that I talk about in the groups. Let's see. Hello, Patricia. Cindy. Hi, Martha. Sandy. Let's see if I can. There we go. Hi, Martha. Missed you. Life got in the way, but I'm back at it, hitting hard starting tomorrow. Boom. Justin, I can always count on you for this. It's like, if I see that you're watching, Justin, I already know something silly is going to happen. And the answer is yes. That's actually something that I'm able to help people with. Justin, if I could just say that, if anybody out there is having a problem with what Justin asked about, message me because I can help with that. Oh my goodness. How do I get started step by step? I am not sure exactly what you're referring to, so go ahead and ask in a different way, please, so I can understand. Lisa, how many points do you think we need to win Bora Bora? That I really am not positive about. So last year, the number one person, so what she's talking about, because this goes across multiple platforms, what she's talking about is the Bora Bora trip. So there's a trip that starts, or a contest that starts July 1st and ends September 30th. And last year, I ended number 12 in the entire company, and 2 other people on my team landed in the top 250 people of the entire company. And this was a new team last year, so it was crazy. But the top person had a lot of points, and then it started going down like the second, got into realistic world. I can't remember how many points that I had. It's going to be very different though, because now this year there's a tier, like to get 7 points is if people are ranking up through Silverbound. So it's actually going to be a much bigger number than last year. I can't say what you're going to need to win, because also last year I wasn't teaching everybody on the planet exactly how to succeed in this business. So now that there are, 7,000 people? 6,000 or 7,000 people are duplicating my system right now. We might have very different numbers. than last year. So there's like 6,000 or 7,000 people doing Go for Gold and all of that stuff that I created for my own team. I kind of have a feeling that most of the people in Bora Bora will probably be in one of my programs, if not all of them. So that's cool. But I don't know about the number, that said. Let's see. Hi, Martha. What is your, let me get that on there. What is your number one IPA that has yielded you the most gains? Number one IPA. My number one IPA is, oh man, they all work together. There's like a big 10 that they all work together as a system, and that's what I'm teaching in my program coming up. But the number one is making sure that I reach out to people and that I'm having real conversation, real dialogue, and actually just reaching out. And I just want to be reaching out to make sure that people are okay and like see how they're doing and that sort of thing. And be able to be of service to them as well. So like, what do they need from me? That sort of thing. That's my number one IPA, is literally being in service to other people. That might sound a bit weird, but it's totally true. The thing that I receive the most from, and it makes sense, the thing that I receive the most from is whenever I show up in service to other people. So if I say, hey, what can I do for you? Hey, it looks like you might be having a rough day. What's going on? What can I do to help you out? Like that sort of thing. It's always, and it's not like immediate returns, but you're not doing it for returns, right? You're doing it to build relationships, but in building those relationships, that's where your returns come from. So there's that. Heather. I can answer that one if you want to message me, because it's not really an account set up for her, just so you know. It's just one that I'm going to, it will be hers. It's not set up under her name. Sabrina, struggling with my bat signal. I'm a special ed teacher. Love helping others advocate for themselves and children, but don't know why I'm still struggling. I don't know how to answer that. I'm sorry. I don't know what the question is. What oils or products do you recommend for a child with behavior issues? I am at my wit's end. Oh gosh. Well, I don't diagnose or treat anything. What I've always found to be it really depends, I would think, on where the behavior is coming from. So I always like to start just with anything. I always like to start with gut health. And I know it totally does not sound sexy at all, but it's where a lot of that stuff comes from, right? So there's a lot of our, wellness, I'm just going to say that it stems directly from how healthy our gut is. And how do you get a healthy gut? Really some good probiotics, which of course we have great probiotics, good prebiotics, right? Making sure that you're eating the right foods. So I stay away from processed sugar. My whole family, we don't eat any processed sugar or gluten or wheat. We just don't eat any stuff like that. So if you're consuming stuff like that right now to begin with, I would start weaning off of that and see what that does to help out. Something that I feel strongly about, so I'm just going to go ahead and say right now, is a lot of parents wonder why their kids are acting so crazy. And quite frankly, they're really sugared up. They're so, sugar we know is a drug. We know is more, not a drug, well, I guess it could be, but it's stronger than any drug. It's more powerful than most and addictive, right? So what we're essentially doing is we're getting our kids all riled up and crazy with this substance that just makes their minds think they're on cocaine, quite frankly. And then we're wondering why they won't listen to us, right? So there's things to think about so far as that's concerned as well. So far as oils are concerned, some really good ones for focus are like cedarwood. Lavender is a good calming Those are just going to help with different things. What I would do is in Gold Getters, but also Silver Made Simple group, if you're in there, there are product testimonials, and you can either ask people what they've used for X, Y, and Z, and just see what's worked for them. But at the end of the day, everybody's body chemistry is different. And so there are some things that work kind of the same across the board, but then there are a lot of things that it really depends on where the root of the issue is. And to work on the root of the issue, I would really work with nutrition first. I would work with, like I said, getting rid of those things that we know are culprits, so far as attention deficit is concerned, and then also just gut health altogether. Just a real quick thing here. I'll just say it because it's a Q&A and you guys are kind of here for it. But a quick thing is that wheat is actually, Roundup is used on wheat. Also, it dries the wheat after it's been picked, I guess, whatever. So essentially what Roundup is, you guys, the way that Roundup kills a bug is it explodes the bug's abdomen, okay? Now, while we are more complex than bugs, it still essentially does kind of the same thing for us. So that's where you find leaky gut. So we end up with little holes in our guts. And that's obviously where the toxins are removed from our body, right? So if there's a hole in the tube where the toxins are removed, you can imagine what happens, right? And then that stuff gets into the rest of our body and creates inflammation, creates a lot of situations that we don't want. So that in and of itself, just removing that from the equation is actually going to be very helpful. Just a heads up, there are things that you can also look into, like using products that say non-GMO project on them, and that means that sort of thing is not used on them. Certified organic, non-GMO project, all of that stuff, especially together, is really, really good to make sure that what you're eating is actually safe for you, or else you're eating an apple and that's awesome. However, like, it's a poison apple, there's poison on the outside and you're consuming it and you don't know. It's not like you consume this poison apple and then, fall over like in the stories, right? It's not like that. It's a very small steps until finally you get to a point where autoimmune disease happens, right? Which is running rampant. And you could probably run trends right alongside GMOs and things like that, okay? Anyway, I won't get all into that, but that's what I would look into first. But then those oils that I mentioned are ones that you could definitely use. But then talk to other people and see what they've used as well. Mary. Hi, Martha. I have a Facebook fan page that has scheduled posts regarding oils and inspiration, and I haven't shared myself. Can I use that as my lead group, or should I start a new private page? No, a group is a group. So a Facebook page is not a group. So a Facebook page essentially is if you look at it this way, it's like a little brochure website kind of, and then you share posts on it. But it is not a community. A group is a community where people are sharing ideas with each other and that sort of thing. A page is kind of like, and I'm going to say it this way, push marketing. It just is like a broadcast of sorts, and then people might respond to you, but it's not the group, like not that actual community, and doesn't have the same functions as an actual Facebook group, okay? So you would need the actual Facebook group for that. Also, just so you know, a Facebook business page, you're not really going to get the same play as you're going to get in a group or on your private Facebook page, okay? The only reason I would suggest for anybody to have a Facebook business page that's doing home-based business stuff would be if you plan on running Facebook ads, because obviously you can't run Facebook ads if you don't have a business page. Also, there's a tool Like if you have a Facebook business page and you set up an ads account, there's a tool that I talk about in Silver Made Simple that I show you how to use it and everything, that where you can find where your people are so you can engage with them and everything and be able to build your business without looking like a goofball. So there's that too. Sorry, I think I went too far. There we go. Cindy, good idea. What am I adding? Okay, not sure what that is. Sarah, how did your, here we go. We're just going to talk about poop today, you guys. How did your colon cleanse go? I heard you talking about your plans to do it, but then nothing about the process or end result. Well, the end result is what you would assume. I did it right before one of my 11-day jump starts again, and it was not dramatic. It did the job, but it was not in a dramatic fashion. So I did not have to stop normal daily activity in order to continue the cleanse. It was an easy breezy cleanse. So thank you for asking. Oh my word. Deborah, yeah, I made it live. Hi Martha, hello. Amanda, hi. Angie, I'm having a hard time pegging just one bat signal. It typically is an overarching umbrella, and then underneath that you'll have different categories because we're dynamic people. We're not just one-sided, two-dimensional. So you'll have categories under it. Just watch the Bat Signal live coachings that I do in Gold Getters. I've got one coming up today in about 13 minutes. So you'll see that in there if you want. I feel like a horrible parent having a rough day. I am going to diffuse stress away. Oh, first of all, you're not a horrible parent. Sorry that you're having a rough day, but yeah, diffuse stress away. Do your due diligence for yourself. You're totally, and the stuff that I was talking about with processed sugar, if that's you, it doesn't show me a name here. Understand that you don't know until you know, okay? And any decisions, any action that you had taken prior to knowing what you know now, if you didn't realize the sugar and the wheat stuff and whatever, understand that it's what you do with the information now that matters. Don't look back on even this morning and judge yourself on giving them 5 Pop-Tarts or something, right? It's what you do with the information now. So don't go beating yourself up about before. It's moving forward is what matters. Okay, so yeah, I love you so much. I would also maybe toss on some Progestins Plus. we might have some hormonal stuff going on. Because I know I get that way. Has every single person you signed up got on ER? No. Cindy, my question, what does your day look like working and having a young, daughter is probably what you mean to put. Okay, I'm just going to put it right here. So my work day looks like, first of all, I work before she even gets up. So there's like a good hour that I get in before she even wakes up. And that's, I'm able to get a lot done in that time. And it's like my personal sprint time in the morning. And I get a lot done. And then aside from that, it's really just a couple videos. I don't really have a lot of work in my day. So, but that's because that's how I built it, right? So aside from that, if there's a lot of work that I need to do for some reason, what I do is I time block. So Mike and I team up, right? So he takes her somewhere or whatever, and I just get some work done, and then they come back, and then we go do something together. But I always make sure that the time block isn't 6 hours or something like that. That's just crazy. It's only like an hour or two, because there's a lot of data to show that if you any work that you do in over 4 hours a day is actually past the point of, past the point of diminishing returns. So you actually get less out of yourself after 4 hours of work, okay? So if anything, I would try my best to work 4 hours or less a day. But nap times and after she goes to bed, and a lot of that is utilized. Or if Mike goes to the gym and he takes her because they have kids club there, then that's a natural hour and a half that I have. So I just bang a bunch of stuff out. And then just, when they get back, it's not like she just sees me working all the time. She sees me on video a lot, but she doesn't see me just working all the time. And even my video is like, maybe, like today is a heavy video day and it's like it might be an hour and 15 minutes. So that's still not that bad, right? Daughter not diagnosed. Okay, Cindy. Let's see. Sarah. Hi, Justin's comment exactly as I press send in my question, so you get 2 poo questions. Love it. Thank you for repeating the questions. I cannot see all the comments. Absolutely, yeah. Well, because I'm going across multiple platforms, multiple channels, I am live on my personal Facebook page. I am live on all of this right now on my personal Facebook page, on my YouTube channel, in 2 of my groups, and my business Facebook page. I'm live on all of those right now. So there are comments coming in from all of those, which is what I'm able to see. How do we set ourselves apart from others in Go for Gold? So many are doing the classes. Oh, because you're different. You shouldn't. So Go for Gold gives you like the wireframe and the idea, but it doesn't tell you who you are. That is the cornerstone. That's your bat signal. That's the cornerstone of everything. So you can't be like everybody else. I live a very private, uneventful, actually boring lifestyle. So with that said, will I be able to have content to make a good post? Thank you for your help with this. Oh my word, of course. I think that, Mike, do you think we're boring? We're kind of boring.
Yeah, we're pretty boring.
Mike, come over here and let's, so they know that you know.
Okay.
She just said, I live a very private, uneventful, actually boring lifestyle. So with that being said, will I be able to, I'm going to put it back up again. Will I be able to,
Muscle tone.
Yeah. Will I be able to have content to make good posts? So we're boring.
Yeah. We don't party.
We don't drink.
We don't drink.
We don't eat sugar. We don't really go anywhere.
We go to the grocery store.
And then like go for walks, but we're always just with each other. So like it's not, we're really boring, okay? But we create content all the time. It's really around, the content should be around what you love to talk about and what you're passionate about and all of that stuff, right? I mean, like we create content every single day and we're crazy boring. So if that helps you at all, I hope it does. Talk about your hobbies. You got hobbies, bro? How do I get started with your paid programs? So if you're in Young Living, in Gold Getters, what you can do is you can go to, Gold Getters is a free group if you're in Young Living. It's where I have a bunch of business resources and all sorts of awesome stuff. But you can go to the first unit, so in the unit section, and it has a breakdown of all the different courses. The first 2 that I would suggest is Go for Gold and Silver Made Simple. Do them together, and then you can add others on as you want to. But those are the 2 that are like, they're like holding hands. They're the perfect 1-2 punch to any onboarding. It's like what probably every other business period, not even just network marketing, but like what every other business period wishes they had. It's awesome. If you can follow the instructions on the back of a frozen pizza, then you can do this and it can duplicate for you just the same. You don't have to have my personality, you don't have to be a goofball, you don't have to do anything like that. You just have to follow the instructions. Okay, well you guys, it's 1:55, which is a perfect stopping point because I'm getting ready to go live with Bat Signal training in Gold Getters, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.